so next we're gonna have Sarah, and I think we have a forensic investigation intro video to run. Let's do it. Hi.
Hey, Sarah. You're on mute.
Just of course I am. Oh, I am. As if anything would be learned over the last year.
I see you're rocking the bike in the background, living that deeper fit life.
Trying.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so everyone, we have Sarah Edwards here with us. Sorry. Oh, I'm having a little bit of feedback.
Oh, I don't hear anything.
Oh, okay. All right, so let me go up to introductions. And well, Sarah is a senior digital forensics researcher at Celebrate. Sorry, y'all, I'm listening to that feedback. I'm just gonna mute you all real quick, and yeah, thank you. Sarah is senior digital forensics researcher at Celebrate, working in DC metro area, specializing in Mac and mobile forensics. She has worked with various federal law enforcement agencies and has performed a variety of investigations, including computer intrusions, criminal and counterintelligence, terrorism, and narcotics. That's amazing. Sarah's research interests include anything and everything Apple related, mobile devices, digital profiling, and Mac and mobile device security. Sarah has presented at many industry security and forensic conferences and is the author and instructor of SANS for 518 Mac forensic and analysis and incident response. That is an amazing introduction because we have the most amazing guest. Thank you so much for being here with us. Oh, I am gonna unmute you. There we go.
Yeah, you muted me and now I can't talk. Hopefully you can hear me now, if you will. I think I'm always the problem with the feedback, like every single time. I don't know why, but got the handy AirPods ready to go.
Awesome.
It's pandemic. We're already all used to it, unfortunately.
Sarah, what are your thoughts so far? How are you liking the format? What are you thinking about going into this challenge?
I am absolutely terrified. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm pleasantly terrified, mostly because you never know what you're going to come across. Every investigation that we do is always something going to be a little bit new. Nothing is going to work. And I don't know. We'll see what happens.
It's been a while since we got to chat, and there was something I wanted to ask you last time we chatted, but I didn't get to it. But now that we have this opportunity, I did want to ask you, who the fuck is Lance?
Okay.
Someone had to say it. Absolutely. And I hope Brian Moran is watching the stream right now, because he is Lance. Yeah. So that was a hot mic situation at the Sans Defer Summit last summer. So it's a quote from a movie. I don't remember which movie. Someone else is going to help me out here. I got nothing.
But yeah, it was amazing. It would just like literally cut to Brian unexpectedly, and just hot mic was open and caught him asking that question, and everyone was like, "What?" It was like, "We're going to be doing this activity now," and then you just hear like, "Who the fuck is Lance?"
Yep. It was gold.
Everyone knows that we have the live voting going on Discord server. I've seen people asking about today's schedule. All the infos are on the Discord server. So if you have not joined, please join the Discord server, not only to vote, but to know everything about the con. We also have the schedule available in all the KernelCon social media. So I trust y'all hackers are going to do exactly what you should do. Not. But yes, you already know the voting and that we have the voting, and now we're gonna reveal the poll result. So let the video roll.
I don't.
Okay. So yes, we had the live voting there, and here's the winner. We have the winner is Crypto Wizard. Pretty much everyone voted for Crypto Wizard. 81% of the votes for Crypto Wizard. So this is gonna be our challenge, and I'm gonna let Katie tell a little bit about the story of the challenge.
Sure. As soon as I get the story contents, I will happily tell the
You have
story.
the story contents there in the private chat that you struggle to look at.
Oh, sorry. I saw. Sorry, somebody pasted the previous one, and so I was like, we already did the spaceship one. All right.
There is right there. Vote winner, Crypto Wizard.
I see it. Yep. It's hard being a live stream host, everybody. Sorry. Rapping is way easier. Just take up a rap career. Trust me. Crypto Wizard. While other members of your crew work to repair the malfunctioning spaceship, you can't help but wonder how you arrived at this situation. One clue might be found in the damaged snapshot of the ship's mainframe. But what challenges could await inside this snapshot? Perhaps you'll need to figure it out in order to bring the mainframe back online. Investigate this computer for possible surprises and learn from the past. I think like past isn't in asterisks or italics or anything, but that seems like a pretty big context clue there, right? Like a lot of forensics is like digging up what happened previously.
There's also a second part. While other members of your crew work to repair the malfunctioning spaceship, you can't help but wonder how you arrived at this situation. One clue might be found in the damaged snapshot of the ship's mainframe. But what challenges could await inside the snapshot? Perhaps you need to figure it out in order to bring the mainframe back online. Investigate this computer for possible surprises and learn from the past.
Whoa, deja vu. It's like the past that we just experienced.
All
I don't
right.
know if that's supposed to be a clue or not.
I think it was just a copy paste thing in the private chat where it got pasted twice, maybe.
Maybe. You Sarah, you can share your screen if you want.
All right.
And Sarah, what we're kind of doing here in this format is we are letting the hacker drive, right? So you can be as engaged as you want. Some people, I myself, like trying to narrate what I'm thinking while I'm hacking. I'm not as articulate, and so, but other folks are, and so we're just going to kind of let you drive, and then we'll just be here, sort of like the color commentary or asking questions along the way.
Yes. And since we're starting now, y'all have till 2 p.m. CDT, a little bit less than that, a little bit like 10 minutes before that should be a nice time to run wild and have your fun and explore and hack all the things.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's kick it off. Sarah, it is all you.
All right. So I was provided a VM, and I am hoping that it resumes correctly, because it seems like a lot of this is part of this particular snapshot. So
did you make a copy of the VM? Just asking.
Like 12 copies,
okay,
and we had some problems with it yesterday, so I don't know. So do I resume or not?
Yes.
Let's go for it.
That's a good question, right? Because the VM has, different components to it, right? It's got the disk. There may be like a VM snapshot, and maybe you can dig into those if the VM doesn't resume.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, I got a copy in case I screw it up. So
nice.
Here's hoping I do not do that. All right, so I was provided the credentials, thankfully. So I'm going to head and put the password in. If it seems a little delayed, it's because I'm screen sharing to another Mac that I have over here. I'm currently on my M1. This is on a non-M1 because Fusion, it's a thing.
Yep.
And I forgot the password. All right.
Password is taco.
Oh, now I want tacos. I haven't had lunch yet, and lunch is a little bit later now on the East Coast right now. So
Yeah.
maybe
Same.
after I hack all the things, I can eat all the tacos.
Yes.
Amen.
All right. Tips of the day.
I think that's just an iTerm
Okay.
default.
It's malware.
Yes, right. Yeah.
No, go away. No. All right. Let me first see if remote access is turned on. Ooh, it looks like we're dealing with a slightly older flavor of Mac here. Let's go ahead and turn that on. That's going to make my life a little bit easier.
Nice.
I'm just going to copy this down.
Cool. And so remote login enables SSH then for you, huh?
Yeah, and I'll probably pull a bunch of files that way instead of accessing it through the GUI. Trying to be as least of a forensic footprint as possible, but this is not exactly the most ideal situation, but whatever. All right, so we turned remote login on. Evil twin with an I, so not my Twitter name. That's a little bit confusing, so make sure that there is an I in there. That's gonna be great. All right, let's see, what else do I want to do here? Let's do a quick couple of things in the terminal window since, you know, it's right here. Oh, that's fun. Thanks. Let's see if I can make this a little bit larger here.
You can do Command Shift plus and that or that, right? Yeah. But Command Shift plus will make the font bigger also.
Just in case.
Nice.
All right. Flag.txt. Well, that's definitely not normal. Dot blank, dot blank, dot blank. No, that's that is looks legit bad. Update.sh, ransom.py. I don't know if this is supposed to be intended or not, or if somebody who created this is going, oh crap. Install Flash Player. Always love to see that from a Mac malware perspective. Yeah, so let's see if I can get a little bit more. Oh, this screen sharing is taking forever. All right, that looks like it's let me just no Siri.
Siri wants to help.
Yeah, she always wants to help. All right.
She wants to be a hacker.
So, I mean, this directory obviously looks super shady, right? Let's see, desktop VMware, shared folders, VMware. Cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. I am going to kind of leave this here for now and pop over to a terminal window and get a little bit better access.
Oh my goodness, there were how many desktops? It's like this one is number 18.
No judgment, all right.
I'm just impressed that the computer can run so many desktops.
It's an M1, baby. It can't run VMware Fusion, but it can run a bunch of desktops. Oh, see, I can't type once. Why? Oh, I missed. See, I can't type and talk at the same time. This is one of my fatal flaws.
Sorry. I'll be quiet. I'm going to step away for just a moment.
No, you can talk. It's just I can't talk. Maybe. Did I get that wrong?
You can talk if you want, and Katie.
Oh, okay. All right. So what Sarah's doing right now is attempting to SSH into the target device. And so with that SSH access, you can do a number of things, right? SSH is effectively a management protocol. Oh, okay, looks like there's an extra 8 in there, maybe, Sarah, in your SSH string.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah, I think you had .168. Oh, never mind. Nope.
No, 172.16.88.
.132.
132.
All right. You could do it with maybe like some -v flags to see like where it's hanging at. I wonder if let's see. So the VM does it have
it's a VM thing probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it have like like is it on host only network or something like that? Maybe.
Let's go take a look. I haven't fired up this VMware Fusion instance in a while, so no, not screen sharing. VM. It's very meta.
Yeah, right. Inception.
Am I not seeing it? Oh, here we go. Nope.
Yeah, network adapter in that second row, I think.
It's like the one thing that I'm not looking for is what I like see here.
Yeah. All right. It says shared with Mac. Oh,
I'll be right back, y'all. I'm gonna leave you to your nice conversations.
Amor, would you please bring me a Topo Chico?
Yes, I would, baby.
Thank you. I love you.
Love you too.
Cool. So yeah, the end goal here for the folks watching is we're trying to get SSH access into the target system, and then this will allow us to kind of more efficiently drive the system. Potentially, you get more granular access than through the user interface, and you can also copy files off of the system. So one of my favorite approaches, and I don't know, Sarah, this is what you'll use, but I like to do rsync over SSH. And so rsync is like a really fun way to just get like a batch of files really quickly.
I have never really used rsync, not really, which is kind of surprising, probably.
Yeah, one of the ways that I've used rsync for forensics purposes is I'll play like a local CTF, right? Something like VulnHub, and I'll have a couple copies of VMs. So I have my own like attack system, but then I've got like the target VMs, and sometimes I'll grab multiple, put them on the same network segment. And anyways, in hacking through those VMs, what I can do then is take the thank you.
You're welcome.
I can then take the disk image, and after the system is done, I can take the disk image and compare it with an original copy of the starting disk image. And you can use rsync there to tell you what files are new or have changed between the disk images. And so that's like a really quick way. Like I'm not an official forensicator, but for me, for my purposes of just what did my actions look like on the target system, it's a really quick way to say, here are the files that were modified or changed. And so when testing like a new tool or a new technique, I'm always curious what a forensicator might find, what incident responder might find. And so that's like one way for at least the file forensics. So,
I'm trying everything.
No worries. Sarah, to bring you a little extra luck, I'm going to have a gin.
Ooh,
a gin
excellent.
A gin and topo.
I also would like one of those. Thank you.
Is that? Wait a minute. I know that gin.
Which one is it?
That's the one that I've been saving here in this house, and he's straight up gonna drink it.
You drank most of this
live
gin.
Stream on my face.
Oh, we got some
That's
botanists there. I
outrageous.
see. Excellent.
Yeah.
We'll go get some more after this.
We better.
Well, actually, I lied. We won't get some more. We'll have it delivered to us because we have a service that delivers alcohol to the house. It's amazing.
Bingo. All right.
Woo,
That
we're
was
in.
fun.
Hacker
Freaking
voice.
DMs.
I'm in.
All right. So what the heck was I supposed to be doing again?
Right. Okay. So now you've got access to the target. What do you want to look at?
Oh, I want to go to that shady directory.
Yeah, right. We're trying to figure out what happened on the spaceship.
Shots. Where are those screenshots? There we go.
So contrary to what all the viewers were told, we actually told everybody that the real challenge was just getting SSH access. But it turns out there's more. It's Billy Mays. But wait, there's more. All right, so I'm pouring my delicious gin and Topo Chico. Only the fanciest of drinks for the.
Oh, you tricky. It is in the snapshot because it doesn't exist here anymore. Or I need to set up shared folders, which is more VM crap that I don't want to deal with.
And for the folks watching at home, shared folders are what allow you to share files between your guest, the actual virtual machine that's running, and the host operating system, the system on which the VM is running. Cheers, y'all.
Okay. So it does say that it's there, but not there. Cool.
Yeah, I think for the sharing, I think the VM has to be powered down or power cycle in order to take effect.
Also, apparently the VM background changed the color of it, and I think that might be a clue.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. Remember, it was what was
the hell
it like?
Color was it before?
Was it Yosemite or High Sierra or something? It was
I
like
think
the default
that's
wallpaper.
my desktop. That's me.
Okay.
That's me.
I don't know.
Okay, now you have me paranoid. Seriously? Like that's the screenshot that I took. It's still blue.
I am just here to bring chaos. Sorry.
Got it. Okay. Well, one of the organizers mentioned that the background in the VM might be a clue.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Trying not to curse. Trying not to.
You can curse. You're allowed.
Oh, you already did Who the Fuck is Lance, so why not?
Exactly.
A crypto wizard summoning has begun, and it requires the souls of all your files. Muhahaha. And a timer. Oh, that doesn't add to the stress at all. Okay, so what do I do? Like, I don't want to. Do I shut it down? Do I? I was not expecting to do virtual machine stuff. I'll be honest.
As I said, maybe take a new snapshot or something, right?
Yeah,
And then that way.
We'll take snapshots. Well, let's see. Let's see if there's any snapshots in here. Current state. None. No. Cool. Okay. Oops, wrong bar.
And see, taking snapshots in a situation like this always reminds me of like one of my first game hacks or like software hacks, which was to just like change the time and date on my system. And so I wonder, like, if you told the VM, like, you know, right now it thinks it's Friday at 10:56 a.m. If you told the VM, like, oh, it's actually Thursday at 10:56 a.m., would that counter change and be like, oh, you've got 24 hours and 26 minutes left instead of, you know, just 26 minutes left?
Sorry, it went full screen on me, and now I can't see the virtual machine settings.
Oh, no.
For those in the chat asking about if there's going to be write-ups, if this is going to be recorded and available later, if the challenges are going to be available. If you have questions, you can at KernelCon, or even better, you can go to the Discord server, discord.kernelcon.org, and you can have all your answers, all your questions answered by the staff itself right there in the Discord server. So make sure to go on the Discord server. The link is here on the screen. And also, I will repeat it, discord.kernelcon.org. And that's pretty much it.
Dope. Sarah, looks like you got the visibility back okay?
Yes. Now I'm just kind of thinking what my next step should probably be. So I assume Crypto Wizard is going to take and ransom all my files to me, which is super cool. So, gosh, well, I guess this is going to be my first ransomware case. Cool.
I suspect that the malware is running, right? So then I would be thinking about maybe like if it's running, it's in memory, and then could we like maybe dump it out of memory or get get like maybe the key that's used for the ransomware out of memory.
So real quick here, but Sarah, maybe there's someone at your door. Maybe you
pizza.
Should look outside. Pizza? I think you have pizza.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know. go for it. The kernel conflict internally are claiming that they have ordered pizza. This
nothing yet.
Okay.
Maybe Sarah gave them a fake address.
I am sure you guys did not.
So some random person is getting pizza right now. Like what?
Or because I live in an apartment building, it's sitting in my lobby right now. So do I take like the 5 minutes to go get the pizza, or wait until afterwards?
No, you just like message one of your neighbors on Signal and be like, "Yo, can you go down to the lobby and pick up a pizza for me real quick?"
Like I talk to my neighbors.
The delivery guy is lost. Right? Yeah, exactly.
He's lost. That's awesome. All right, so let's maybe look at some processes. Oh, good God, that's awful.
Ooh-wee. And I wonder, Sarah, this is a CTF, right? We're allowed to cheat. So I wonder, is there like did a vmem file come with the VM in its original state that you could just be like?
Excellent question.
Because I am all about hacking.
Oh my. People in the chat saying we're trying to waste Sarah's time. That's just, how could you say that we're trying to cheat and deceive people in a hacking challenge? Nah, come on.
All right, so there's a vmem.
Yes.
Oh God. Well, I'm not going to be running volatility anytime soon. That's for sure. Cool.
Yeah. Rip. But just as a quick comparison, right? When the VM started, the background was different, right? It didn't have the Crypto Wizard thing running. So I wonder if maybe in the original state, Crypto Wizard was not running, but then in like your snapshot state, it might be running potentially.
Oh, good call. So maybe go back to my snapshot, you're saying?
That's kind of my take, or at least what I might be thinking in this situation. And then just look at the snapshot vmem. Yeah.
Let me just copy that out just real quickly. Oh God, screen share is awful. So restore and then grab the vmem. And then worry about a pizza somewhere in here.
Well, or just make a copy of the vmem from the snapshot that you took, right?
Oh, I guess is it? I haven't looked at.
I think it's that first one that you've got highlighted, and then I would just like work off of that vmem, or at least
so the one I already copied.
Yeah, that would be my starting
snapshot. All right. Oh, gosh, can I? I really wish I could look at this on my M1. All my tools are on my M1.
Yeah, well, the vmem file is just a file by itself at rest, right? So you could copy the vmem file over to your M1.
Yeah, hold on. That I was not planning on doing.
What about like AirDrop or something? Would
yeah,
that work?
I'm hoping it will.
I gotta say, yeah, I had never heard of AirDrop, and then I was at a show, and there was a person there taking photos, photographer named Jessica Waffles from Dallas, and Jessica was showing me these photos on the camera, and I was like, oh my God, those are amazing. And Jessica's like, yeah, like, well, I'll go home, touch them up or whatever, and I can send them to you, but here, I'll like send you a couple copies right now. And I was like, well, they're probably going to be like massive. How do we transfer the data? And Jessica's like, oh, AirDrop. And that was my first time using it. And it was like 400 megabytes per second or something. Like, it was some crazy speed that I was so impressed. But yeah, either way, whatever works.
Well, apparently AirDrop is not working because maybe it's too big, to something gigs in size. So let's see, or AirDrop's broken. Either way.
Yeah, I was trying between two systems last night, and I was able to go from like system A to system B through AirDrop, but I wasn't able to do B to A for some reason.
Yeah, that sounds about right. All right. No, I don't want the VMware. I just want, as if I can tab complete. All right, that's not going to work.
And so what we're doing here is we're just copying the memory from the virtual machine via the vmem file from one system to another one. And that other system, the receiving system, is the one that's got the toolkit, right? So just how you might in a CTF, you get a file that you're going to examine, for something, you're reverse engineering or whatever. You're going to drop it into your VM that has your tools already installed and configured. This is essentially what we're doing here. It's just that the other system is actually another system. Oh, so you got to do the spacing.
Oh, yeah.
And I forget, is it like single apostrophe and then double quote on either side or something? Or just escaping?
Quotes. I'm just escaping.
Yeah.
But I think you could do quotes.
I think there's one more in there that needed escaping.
Oh, I see it.
Look at persistence mechanisms.
Is that a hint?
Maybe not. Maybe it's just a voice from the beyond.
Oh, hold on. Seriously, what the heck?
It seems
the periods
periods should be fine.
That's what I
thought. If you want, you can we can try the quotes approach if you want to drop out the backslashes. And I think I want to say it's yeah, okay. I can't remember if it's yeah, we'll try it. No, okay.
Did I spell it correctly?
That's another thing, sure. But we could try it just if you go up real quick. We can try it. Wrap that same, like where you had the double quotes. Use the double quotes and then put an apostrophe on the outsides.
Oh, like that?
Yep, and then on the other one as well. Cool.
Oh, well, maybe if I knew my password.
Okay, so we're close. We didn't get the file path error that time. Maybe what if you do and so you're pulling it to your local system, right? You're pulling it from .155.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least I do believe I am trying to do that.
The KernelCon folks are saying to try just pretend it's a live response and that the VM aspect isn't really part of it. So I don't know if that means we're not really supposed to look at the vmem stuff. See, this is the fun with the CTFs, right? It's we don't know. You're just told here's a challenge.
Okay.
Go, right?
Well,
and then you kind of
let's
run
do
off
that then. Let's forget that. Let's go. I don't know. I kind of want to look at shady processes.
Let's do it.
Except there's 20 different processes, but let's see if anything looks shady right off the bat.
And so for folks watching at home, I know, some operating systems are more accessible than others, but we talked about in the previous CTF with John, how when you're looking for something shady, something abnormal, something that sticks out, when you don't have a lot of experience yet, it's tough to build that, right? It's like, it takes time. You have to spend a bunch of time looking at things over and over and over to realize, oh, this is something common that I, usually see. But a way that you can kind of shortcut that is to basically set up a duplicate environment. So if you can get access to Mac OS and spin up a VM, when you want to look at a target system that's part of maybe a CTF or some other challenge, you can compare, what you see in your VM that's a clean default running instance versus what you're seeing in your target instance. And that can give you a quick differential to compare against. I will say that NetBIOS D looked a bit strange to me. Have you ever seen that before? Or do you know what that is?
It's very Windowsy, but I think it's on. Hey, well, let's see. Apparently it's legit, or my computer is also pwned. So
yeah. Surprise, your system's part of the CTF now. All right, so the KernelCon folks are saying to think about in the context of malware and persistence. Yeah.
Fine. Okay. All right. So my first two places for persistence are launch agents and daemons. So let's go ahead. Am I actually on this thing? Ooh, 10.13.6. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into so basically when I'm going through all these different directories, I'm looking for odd plist out, kind of taking a look at different timestamps, seeing if anything's kind of funky. Literally funky. I'm looking for weird stuff. That's a very technical term.
Yes, as we in the industry say. And yeah, timelining is also really valuable, I feel like, in investigating a remote system. We use it on the CTF side. We do it to try to find flags quickly or see what files were modified as part of the CTF. But in building in investigation, I would assert you'd want a timeline to be able to lay out, this is, what has happened on the system. How about that? Does that look interesting?
Well, MRT is totally a thing, but just for the sake of sanity, I'm going to a hopefully known clean system.
Yes, don't hack the scoreboard in CTS. Ooh,
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, okay, so different directories, same directories. Now it's two different versions. So I'm running Mac OS 11. This is 10.13.6 or something. So let's just go take a look at this. I don't know, something about this just seems shady to me. So I believe keep alive path state, it's basically looking for this file to keep it alive.
Okay.
Great from a persistence. So that's kind of what I'm looking at there. But let's see this one. Oops. Yeah. That does not work.
Or maybe it could be like a mutex sort of thing. I don't know. Do you see malware do that often, where if it wants to check whether it's running, it will look for a particular file on the file system. So when it starts up, it writes that file. When it terminates,
totally could. All right. So this is Mako universe binary, pretty legit. 64. Some funky versions in here as well. ARM binary. That's something you don't really see too often. This is probably legit, and I'm just making a fool of myself. Well, that's the thing with like doing compromises. You get so overly paranoid. You're like, everything is malware. And then
Yep.
you're like, oh no, this is totally legit.
I used to do reverse engineering, and I would like unshare the folder from the VM and everything, run it in host mode, like as isolated as I could. What? So we're looking at the strings right now.
See, because it's MRT, which is the malware removal tool, I don't know if these are like malware strings or not. I think my pizza is here, so
all right,
hold on 1 second.
Sure, no problem.
Oh, the pizza is real. See, y'all? People say we were trying to social engineer our poor live hacker. Nah,
Yep.
nah.
So
I know. They ordered it for me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So for the folks that are watching at home, what Sarah's done here is run strings against this executable file. Whoa, pizza actually arrived. Actual pizza.
Oh, that looks good.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, that's some pizza right there.
That is legit.
And so strings can sometimes give you like a really good threads to pull on, right? Like you might find like a fully qualified domain name, or you might find an IP address, or you might find other interesting like file names or whatever. And so strings is often a good starting place if you're looking at a file that you don't know about.
I mean, I wish I had like a 1013 system to look at this right now.
Mm-hmm. Backup looks interesting. Get Flash Player.
I know. Like this always seems super shady to me too. But
yes.
Are these just like things that it removed or what?
Right, exactly.
Oh, my cat smells the pizza. He might make an appearance.
Nice. So we did see in the terminal, right, that history was cleared.
Yeah.
Through the history-c.
Oh, that's right. Okay, my cat is.
There's people in the Discord room adding me and saying MRT is legit.
Yeah, but is this the legit MRT or something trying to mimic MRT?
Exactly. Yep.
Because that's exactly what I would do if I was writing a piece of malware. I would make it look as legitimate as possible. And there's a lot of different places that you can hide in here.
Mm-hmm.
So good call with that screenshot. Let's go take a look at that screenshot again. See if I can make this a little bit larger.
And so, right, I want to say in Mac OS, if I remember correctly, the default shell is Z shell or Zeesh, but
not for 1013. It's not.
Yeah, that was my curiosity, and so I wonder whether history-c cleared all of the shell history, or if maybe there's another shell history that's laying around potentially.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, that clears it, doesn't it? I might just screwed myself. That's cool.
Only in that session.
True.
I think. Maybe not.
Whoever told me that the MRT is legit is actually the challenge developer.
Okay.
Got it.
All right, thank you.
And the funny thing is, in the Discord server, people are like, or are you social engineering the challenge? Also say that's just what a malware developer would say, but no, it's legit. It's actually legit. People are just saying.
And just to clarify, Sarah, the system that you're on right now in this terminal window is the target system. It is the remote system that we are investigating.
Yep, that's the one that I just cleared. So
maybe it was already cleared. If you wanted, you could revert the snapshot and we could take a look
Yeah.
at it.
That's very true. I may do that.
Is that like rule number 1 of forensics is like always make copies?
Don't do it on the live system.
What? Do it live. That's rule number 1 of Bill O'Reilly.
All right. What the hell is my... I've got too many systems going on here.
I love this. It's like you've got your own network going.
I have a VM somewhere here. Of course, it wants to.
Yeah, I think it got minimized.
Okay, I'm just going to go to live system. There we go.
And then the KernelCon folks are suggesting to maybe look at P lists.
You know how many P lists are on a...
Over 9,000? Yeah, so I guess in this case, what I might think, but
well, there's still other persistence directories to go at, but I'm just wondering, is it worth my time? Maybe we can ask the KernelCon folks. Is it worth my time to revert because I screwed up the history, or should I just keep going?
Why don't we keep going until they get back to us about the reverting? Okay. And one thing that I might think about, but I don't know, like Sarah, what do you think about looking at the timestamps on P lists, and then we look for things that were, created or modified in the past month or something?
Is back and is saying it's not worth reverting.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Good to know.
Thank you.
So yeah, let's see. April 25th. What day is it? April 30th.
Yeah.
Python script, that kind of seems interesting. Plugin.
Oh, right. Does macOS 10.13 ship with Python? Do you happen to know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But not Python 3. Well, I don't think Python 3. I think it was still 2.7. Yeah, okay. All the way up until 10.15 or macOS 11, I think.
Oh, nice.
Let's go see. Well, that looks bad. Yeah, that's malware. All right. Okay. Now, yes, we were a little bit distracted, but this is we're in the apparently crypto stuff. All right. So
it looks like it's been run through some kind of obfuscator, right? Nobody intentionally names their variable names like that.
Oh, it's base 64. I don't know if that could be interesting. Public and private keys. That's probably useful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the keys seem like they could probably be used for decrypting the files if needed. So that's good.
I am like the worst person when it comes to anything crypto. Come on.
No, you're not. I am.
I assure you.
Oh, what up, Nahamsek? Our friend Nahamsek
right.
in the chat here, and joins us on UHC every week in the audience and takes the scoreboards down, which is amazing.
All right. So our next steps is, I assume I have to stop my system here from being crypto locked or whatever they're calling it. Oof.
Yeah, it looks like it does a system call there to RM. So one thing you could do is you could move your RM binary to a different binary, right? If you just did like move RM to like RM LOL, like you could still use it, but then when that block of code ran where T equals 0, it would just try to run RM and then not be able to find that binary, and it wouldn't remove it. But also it looks like it's removing something that's like flag.star. And so that's, to me, I'm curious, is that flag file still around? And then if so, can we see its contents?
Well, I remember seeing the flag file on that VMware shared folders directory, but I don't know if I have access to that. Is VMware shared folders on this thing?
I forget where it gets mapped in at.
I don't know either. Hold on. Okay. Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Oops, I didn't want to do that.
If you do cd space dash, it'll take you back to the directory you're in previously.
Ooh, hold on. Got some command line food. CD space dash.
Yep. Boom.
It's handy, but that's not really what I wanted to do.
No worries.
I wanted to cat that back out. So where do we think that this flag is going to be stored? I'm assuming that it's going to be, a path is not going to be absolutely obvious here because it's all base64 encoded.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like a so there are Python code obfuscators, right? But I'm curious whether there's a Python code deobfuscator that can at least make the variable names, shorter or something.
Home test ransomware. Hold on, I need to get another window here.
No, I can hear the cat meowing. It's so weird.
It's because the pizza, he wants pizza.
So you know how, Sarah, are you familiar with CCDC?
Somewhat.
And so like the setup there is that the teams that are playing, they get these like injects, right? Like all of a sudden you have to migrate from one, technology stack to another or something like that. So the pizza was an inject in your CTF to cause the cat to then start becoming more engaged.
Nice. Just for funsies, I really want to base64 to code this, and I'm wondering if it's actually worth it.
Yeah, give it a shot. The plus is just, in that case, the plus is going to be used as a pending, right?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find. Like, you got the equals in there. Is that the whole thing?
Yeah, that's it, right? Because the equals is the assignment in the Python code.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
That's not super helpful.
Yeah, so I think it's just a randomly generated
string.
string.
I was hoping maybe it would just be easy.
Yeah, it would be like twin 1, twin 2.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So yeah, kind of just
I
skimming.
do kind of want to rename that now that you mention that.
Right, at least
I don't know how much time I have.
It saves it from removal.
You have around a little bit less than 30 minutes. So,
but how much time with Crypto Wizard? Negative. Oh my gosh, we have time travel now.
That's fun.
Did it remove the flag? Is the flag still there?
We don't know where the flag actually is.
Oh, I thought it was in that like home directory. We could also do a find to look for it, right? Because it's doing flag.start. So we could do a search for the file name.
Oh yeah, it probably does exist already. I was trying to find the directory that it was in. All right, so let's go ahead. What was it just called? Just
flag.start.
Flag.
Yeah.
I'm worried to do the star.
Do it. And then, you can do dash type F, and you can do dash xdev as well to keep it on the same device, I think. Those are some of my...
Oh, yeah, because I bet to the...
So it doesn't try to go through the share.
My inner challenge developer voice here in my head, and also the Discord server, but it is telling me that looking for where the flag is a great idea.
Sweet.
All right.
We're on the right path. I think that type has to be on the outside.
Oh, on the outside of xdev?
Has to be after iname.
The type?
I think so. Run it. We'll see. Oh, okay. Maybe not.
I've always done it before, but hey,
maybe
that looks fun.
Maybe it's a build on Linux where it does that. But yeah.
I mean, that looks fun. I don't really want to keep it going. That looks like something I want to take a look at.
Well, and then we also saw in the iTerm at the onset that there was like flag.blank0.blank1 or something like that. Remember, it had like up to blank 4, if I remember correctly.
Okay, that maybe it wasn't the most helpful. So maybe let's let this run.
Another thing you can do, if you Control-C that really quickly, you can add to the end. So if you do the same command and then do 2, the number 2, and then greater than /dev null, it'll pipe all of the output that's errors where it's like permission denied to dev null. And then that way you'll just get results for the things that you actually care about.
I always forget to do that. I'm just too lazy.
I just like I'm fine like all day, every day, instead of, update DB and locate and everything. I'm just like, fine. I was at a show with my producer from the other half of dual core C64, and he was like, oh, I need these, files, these beats or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. I forget where they are, but they're somewhere on my laptop. And I ran find, and he's like, do you really have to do it that way? And I'm like, yes. Oh yeah, there you go. Flag.text.blank0.blank1.blank2.blank3.blank4. See, yeah, let's see if we can find that.
No.
And I guess the find finished without it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe it is not on the system. Another thing we could do is we could do you could prefix the flag with star. And then that way, if it's got, like if it's .flag or _flag or something, I don't know. And maybe, I wonder if the X.
I feel like I'm going to get a lot of false positives this way.
Yeah, you're right. All right, never mind. Sorry.
It's all right.
The other thing I was thinking was in the terminal, it showed that it was in like the shared folder, right? And so maybe we actually want to get rid of the xdev, and maybe we want to let find run wherever. Or was that just you copying it where it did like CP desktop VM shared folder?
No, that was in the that's not something that I did. That was just hanging out there in iTerm.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So copy tilde desktop to current directory. Current directory looks like the home directory.
Mm-hmm.
Yet it ain't there.
But it's not there. Okay.
No, it's not there.
Definitely
checked.
Oh, so the malware is changing the background. That's what is happening.
Still,
I wonder.
It's changing it again.
I wonder if maybe did the file get renamed potentially? I wonder if like after the file gets encrypted, does it get renamed, and then that wouldn't find our search parameter? Because I did see an os.rename call in the Python code.
In this Python?
Yeah. There it is. So it looks like it's generating a new file name for it potentially. Yeah, see that output file changed from one string to a different one. So if you wanted, one thing we could do is we could take this Python code and we could start manually deobfuscating it, right? We know that string ending in MOW is the original file name. We know the string ending in DMSC is the new file name. So that like those could be things we could at least update in the source. That would make it
This is not something that I do on a daily basis. Oh gosh! All right,
well,
this feels more like closer to the reverse engineering one than the forensics one.
Well, let's shift it back towards the forensics thing. How would you find on a Mac OS system? How would you find that a file was renamed or that a file was changed if you were looking at a system that had been compromised?
Well, I'd go to the bash history, but I've already checked there, and that is not available or not basically.
Y'all have around 20 to 25 minutes.
So there's nothing in bash history. That's normally where I would check it out.
Mm-hmm. But in this case, the code is running from a Python script, right? So even in bash history, the entry you would see would be like Python 3 lol.py. So what about like, I'm thinking more of like operating system layer or like file system layer. What's a way that we can figure out like, timestamps or something that.
So one thing that I want to go to is FS events. Just wondering if I have the time to do so. I think I probably do.
And I'm completely unfamiliar with FS events. What is something that you might get out of FS events?
It's more or less it's like a file system journal, but it tries to keep it persistently for forever.
Ooh.
So it's not going to give me timestamps, but it's going to give me file paths and all sorts of junk with that. So I'm probably going to look for like different things like flag or, other Python scripts that were loaded in there and just kind of sort of follow that down and see if there's anything helpful.
Cool.
Let me just. Yes. All right. Wanted to make sure that they were actually there. Every once in a while, they do get blown away, which kind of blows, but.
I am paying attention because if I ever land on a Mac OS box and I need to cover my tracks, this is like, how do I do this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is a great one from a red teaming perspective. Oh, okay. That's right. Let's make this a little bit easier.
The meta selfies for Instagram.
What?
Oh, like Marina came in from her office and was like,
I'm not even looking at that.
I was like, what? Cool. I'm excited to poke into this some more.
Who am I? Evil. Oh, Christ, did I just copy all of them in there?
So I think kind of like we had with John, we may end up bringing the challenge creator in to give us some more insight as to direction for the challenge.
Yes, we may. Welcome, everyone. Pigman said, hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, I had some insight for how I developed the challenge and like what was the intended, like how I expected things to unfold. As with all forensics challenges, everything is good and also everything is bad, so you have no idea where to look. So the main focus is to show off persistence techniques on macOS. So that's where I would go from here, is specifically look for persistence techniques on macOS.
Okay,
as well
so
as
we did find that launch daemon. Is there more?
Yes,
Okay.
there are more, and you will need all of them in order to decrypt the flag.
Oh my goodness!
The ransomware has encrypted the flag, and added its extension. Like when ransomware takes over a system, it adds like its ransomware extension. This is an example of that. The other hint was the background is being updated. So if figuring out how it is updating the background is part of the challenge, and a strong hint for the malware itself.
Oh, interesting.
You can, since you have a copy of the launch daemon, I would take a look into that and see what's in the Python script and what things are not encrypted, to to help identify where you might want to look next, because I couldn't encrypt everything in the script.
All right, so set proc title. What the heck does set proc title do? Any guesses? PBS.
Does it change like
Core services.
what the process listing sees?
Yes.
Blank
that's
one.
awesome.
Oh, come on.
I want that API.
All right, so it's trying to mimic itself as core services PBS. Is that basically
Yep.
what it does? That's cool.
So if you ran
That's fun.
PS-A, it will show up as that.
OSA script. Tell desktop picture. Oh yeah, there's the desktop picture thing.
I love OSA script.
I don't use it. And now I regret that.
We used it a lot in red teaming.
Public private keys.
You end up on a system, you can use OSA script to pop a prompt and say like, KeyPass needs your password to like update for the session or whatever, right? And then people will type in their KeyPass passphrase, and at that point you've already copied the encrypted database off, but now you can decrypt it and get access to all of the contents. Or same thing like system prep, like you get a shell on a Mac OS box, but you don't have any credentials. And so you're like, system preferences needs your password to finish updates, installing updates or whatever, right? And people will type in their user account password and there you go. But that's all through OSA script. It's all just a mechanism that's local on the system.
Oh, Pikmin, the staff is calling you on the, yeah, there you go. Now you've seen it.
What's that? On this piece?
Oh no, there was just discussion in the private chat with Pikmin.
Sorry.
The other thing is that every single thing on this system is based off of real Mac malware. File names, locations, everything is based off of something that is an actual Mac malware, -1, which was written by a red teamer, which I thought was a really cool way to do persistence. But if we get to there, we can share the blog post and find out how to get that persistent mechanism to look at it.
Wait, is this the red teamer persistence mechanism that you're talking about?
Yes.
That has a blog post?
Yes.
Okay. Is the red teamer Australian by chance?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't think anyway. But I probably should have asked them for help when making this. Yeah.
And then, Sarah, you also have a DM in Discord. You probably have multiple DMs in Discord, but there's one from Colonel Con folks.
At the moment.
One from the Colonel Con folks. Related. And so actually just a kind of a random question, because I'm definitely out of my depth in this space. Is there a lot of Mac malware that's written in Python? Is that like a common thing?
Yes and no.
It kind of is.
Yeah, it definitely, it depends on what you mean by popularity versus like impact.
Oh, okay.
So there's plenty of very impactful Mac malware that is not, or that is written in Python, and there's a lot of adware and associated kind of malware that is written in, written in compiled language, probably like, I don't know, C++ or something. I'm not actually super familiar with that.
Yeah, I'm like, I remember when C# came out, and like all the .NET stuff. And I was like, nobody would write malware in .NET. The binaries are massive, and it's like trivial to take it apart. But people do it. And then same like with interpreted languages, right? Because I'm like, you need the interpreter, and potentially you need other modules in the case of Python installed, right? If you're using a specific module, you get on a system that's not there, your malware doesn't work, and then you either have to shift and change your code, or you have to install that module. And either one of those is not ideal in a red team setup, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a hint, which might be a blast from the past. While researching for making this challenge, I actually was reading a lot of papers that Sarah wrote and discussions, and I used this one for a good portion of it, which is I feel like a pretty solid hint for locations that you may want to investigate.
Gosh, this is from 2012.
Yeah.
That's like 18 pandemics ago.
Yeah, I do remember this one.
Also, that's like, I gotta say, that's kind of mean. If you were like, oh, I built a challenge off of some research you presented.
I feel like I had to do
2012.
some crypto thing, which is so outside of what I normally do. That's just not going to happen, probably. Hold on.
But yeah, if you were like, oh, you know, your anti-forensics thing you did in 2012, I like built this thing based on that. Here's your CTF challenge. I'd be like, I don't even know what I did in 2012. Like, where did I live in that year? I don't even remember.
Well, one of the issues I had while researching for this challenge is that there isn't a lot of Mac OS content that's being made. And so while like Sarah is like one of the people who's made some of the most content for Mac OS, so a lot of the stuff
this is like the oldest presentation, I think. Probably one of my first presentations.
Can I still mail you at that email address?
Oh God, probably. I don't. Yeah, probably. Not that I actually answer anybody's email, but yeah. So, you want to give me any hints on where to run with this? Oh my gosh, this is bringing me back, huh?
Yeah, actually.
Like half of these things don't exist anymore.
Login items, I feel like.
Oh, login items? Seriously? All right. Let's see.
That is the exact reaction that I have when playing CTFs and I get stuck. I go through everything I can think of, and I've just totally overlooked something that usually would be in my normal wheelhouse in a regular actual setup. Excuse me. And then I'm like, I go read some write-up for the challenge, and I'm like, oh, are you, like, it was sudo-l. Come on. Are you serious? And I just like forgot to do sudo-l for the privask.
Well, hold on. I'm on 10.13. Login items are stored. They got moved in 10.13. Oh, crap. Where'd they go?
This is
I actually teach this, and I can't remember that stupid path.
This is like what Jeff was saying in the opening talk, right? The things you know in your career, they're going to change like 10 different times.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't know these paths, so I can't remember any of these. I'm a Google person. I just Google everything at time until I find it.
Yeah, and that's another thing that that was in that is like, you know, how do you solve your problems as opposed to can you remember what the file path was in Mac OS 10.13? If I was ever in a job interview and someone was like, what was the file path in Mac OS 10.13 for login items? I'd be like, I don't know.
Who knows that?
But here's how I would find it. I would search online and I would go read this really cool write-up by Sarah. Is it in those slides, Sarah?
No, because those are like from 2012. It's changed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you, Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick Wardle coming through.
Bingo. See, it's this stupid path right here.
Y'all have around 10 minutes.
Oh, I know. This is very stressful.
I have a. If we can just like pull up the login items, like we can just like go through each of the locations, and we can kind of like go through and show like what the persistent
You mean-
looks like.
Oh, I see from the GUI perspective.
Yeah, I think
Or-
the GUI should work.
Yeah, I was definitely bringing up my course material because that's how I cheat.
Oh, for sure. I have like a whole like Git repo of CTF notes from like all the CTFs I played, and I literally just grab like I don't use SQL Map every day, but when I come across the CTF challenge, I'm like, how did I use SQL Map? And just like grep it. And so to clarify, because I'm unfamiliar, our login items, they're like a persistence mechanism. And so these are things that will run at the point that you log into the system.
Generally, yes. Should
Okay.
I be seeing something in here?
I don't think you will see it in there. You will see
it
in that
I
shell
thought you would
session.
actually see it in there.
That's what I thought too.
Well, you got to fix
if
your
you're
path.
saying login items.
You got to fix your path, right? You've got
gosh,
Patrick's
that's
path.
right. Yes. Oh, okay. Maybe it didn't change in 10.13.
One of the reasons I used an older operating system was that I was hoping that it would be more familiar with people of our age group, just simply because like this would be the one that they kind of like
Doesn't
use the
actually
most.
exist.
What are you getting at, by the way, when you say older?
Yeah.
I didn't say, well, I did say older, but I meant like this would be the one that you've used the longest. Like Big Sur and Catalina and Mojave are like very different from like
There's
High
nothing in
Sierra
there. That's
back.
so strange.
Actually, why don't you look at doc actions? This might have.
Well, that's the one that I was looking at before.
Oh,
This one.
oh yeah, that was the
Yeah.
the launch statement. Yeah.
But you said there were other persistence mechanisms.
Yes. So we should have, that was the launch statement one. I have like a list of them over here. Edmond, E-M-O-N-D,
Yeah.
is a,
It's like it's supposed to mimic Emond.
oh no, it
Or-
is Emond.
Oh.
I just have added a mechanism to it, persistence mechanism.
You backdoored it. Which is an attacker great approach, just speaking from the flip side of things where you want to kind of blend in, right? So you use the facilities that are available to you on the system rather than introducing your own things.
Yeah, I had never used Emond or even really looked at it until making this challenge. I know that it had been used in the past, but it is, I would say, a little bit more esoteric of a persistence mechanism. And this one was, I read about from Exorier, Exord, who writes a ton of information about macOS persistence from a red team perspective. So this is the one where I got from a red teamer.
All right, so no more P lists, or
So
I guess I'm just
so this one should be saved as a P list. Under launch statements. Actually, wait, not that
which
one.
ones?
That's my
like
bad. This
three.
path. It's not. You're right. It's not a P list. That's my bad. That's my misunderstanding.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I thought I checked all these directories already.
That CTF experience, like,
Yeah. It's trying to do a challenge in 1 hour is extremely hard. If you know the answer, then maybe you do it in 45 minutes. If you don't know, then you should assume that everything is like quadruple time.
Yeah, that is fun.
Oh yeah, that looks totally legit. What up?
Oh,
Yes, totally legit, this one.
um,
I'm so sorry, but
Oh, we're
3
going to get
minutes.
cut off.
No, 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes countdown.
Do you
All
want
right, so
to?
how about we just give me
Yeah, I was
the
gonna
answer
say,
and let's go.
do you want to
Let's
at
just see
least
what
do
this
that
does.
that decode and decompress, and we can see what the output looks like? It looks like it's going to be Python.
Oh,
code,
for this
right?
one?
Yeah, it gets piped into Python 3, so it looks like it's going to be Python code, or maybe I guess you just run it directly in Python, right? And you could just, because it is Python code that's running. Because I forget zlib if gzip will decompress it or not.
Oh, let's just do that. Ugh.
Right. So now it's compressed.
Yeah.
Is there like a walkthrough that we could do or something, since we're in
Yeah.
like the last 2 minutes?
Yeah, just
Yeah, so-
thing. I'm not gonna be able to figure this out right now. Not with the amount of pressure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so if we could go back to the like obfuscated Python code.
Mhm.
So what this is doing, besides ransoming everything on the system, is it's communicating with the background database to modify the background.
That's right. I saw that.
Using OSA script. And all of the malwares are essentially the same malwares, all communicating with the background database using SQL to figure out what time it is and whether or not it should be running. When it sees one go down, it starts the next one, so it continues to ransom. So like one of the solutions, because as forensics towns, there's so many solutions, would be to like see who's modifying desktop picture.db. Since they're all opening and closing it and writing to it, if they're updating their times, you would have the processes all communicating with you, because that's their comms channel. And once you got there, inside of there is information about where the flag currently is, and information about where each, well, kind of like what the process is kind of looking like. You'd have the PID for every process that's running. Once you have the PID for every process that's running, you can find the location from where it's running. So once you have that, then you would go find the files, and the thing that you're looking for is the hard-coded key, which is at the top, right next to the other keys. So like the SSL key, like public key, private key, and then right above that is a seemingly random string of characters that is the hard-coded key. Would be, it's the one right above PDS, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So from there, you would use that one and the identifier blank one to understand that that is the blank one's decryption key. And then you would have to reverse the order of ransom of the ransoming in order to decrypt the flag. So it was ransomed with blank 0 first, blank 1 second, blank 2 third, and so on. And you would use each of those in reverse order to decrypt it.
And you wanted me to do this in an hour?
I honestly,
this feels more like a reverse engineering kind of thing for me. But at least I found the persistence, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So let's say, so you were basically saying anything that has like a file handle open to, where is that, the background database?
Another method that could have worked is the file times on files on the disk. The most latestly updated ones would have been the ones that I modified. The vmem option is also very interesting, because you might have actually found all of them that way, because they'd all been loaded into memory. It would have looked very interesting to do that. I've also never done that before, so I have no idea how well that works. But
we should have cheated. We should have cheated.
I'm with you there.
It would have been a crazy sidestep solution that I was not really aware of. So
it's like one of the challenges of making CTFs, right? You're making a challenge for hackers. And so you've got to try to predict what the hacker is going to do, except we're hackers. We're like all over the place. There's no way.
That's the fun of it. So thank you all so much. Thank you so much, Sarah. This was unbelievably fun. Everyone in the chat were having a blast. They were trying to do the challenge with you. We know it's a lot of pressure to do hacking challenges live, but that's kind of the fun of it. You get to see actual live hacking. You get to see all of the journey. Sometimes it's just searching in Google. Sometimes it's going back and forth to your desktops in an insane mode. Sometimes you don't get it in the right time, and that's okay, because that's what's fun about hacking, right? It takes its own time. It's all about the journey itself, and we had such a good journey. So thank you so much, Sarah. That was unbelievably good. And thank you so much, Pinkman, as well, for this challenge. And we're now gonna have to go through and go for our next